this is Bernthal Media Corner back again with a brand new AK After a Saw review episode for today. For this episode, this is going to be on another film that I saw that was released in 2021, which this is one I wanted to talk to you guys for quite a while on my channel, so now I'm able to do this one for today. So today's review I'm here to talk to you guys about is the 2021 biographical sports drama, and that movie is King Richard. Now, King Richard, this is directed by Reinaldo and tells the true story of Richard Williams, played by Will Smith, who he is a father and a coach to two of his daughters, Venus and Serena Williams, who we now know them today as two of the most famous tennis players. And we see in this movie how Richard Williams coaches them in tennis on how to become two of the greatest tennis superstars, and we see them, competing in competitions after they get trained really well from their dad. And we also see about Richard Williams' home life with his wife and his family, as well as his hometown, and how he gets treated from people when he tries to basically help his daughters on trying to get them to compete in some competitions so they can become great tennis players and all that. And so we see that happen as well. So we see that happening in the movie, and we cut back here and forth from the perspective of Richard Williams as well as his daughters Venus and Serena Williams. So that's pretty much the story of King Richard. Now, for this movie, I didn't know much about the whole true story about Venus and Serena Williams. I didn't know much about Venus Williams. I was mostly familiar with Serena Williams because I mostly knew her as a tennis star, as a tennis superstar. I didn't even know much about their father and all that, but I did a bit of a research of sorts before I was going to go and see the movie. And I was surprised with some of the cast members who I was very familiar with. I was mostly familiar with the big star of the film, Will Smith, who I'm a massive fan of Will Smith. And you've got John Bernthal as well. I do think he's a pretty good actor. And so when I saw the trailers, I saw the trailers to this movie when I was at work, and the trailers did seem really interesting to me, on the way it was being told. And I was like, I need to go and see this since I'm a big fan of Will Smith. And this is not your sort of Will Smith film you may watch all the time, like say a big action blockbuster or anything like that, because this one's of course a serious role he's doing again, because he's back then he did some serious roles outside of his usual roles we see him doing, like he did The Pursuit of Happiness, which I do think is a great movie, and I absolutely love the movie, even though it's hard for me to watch for a few parts in that film because it does make me cry. And I've seen him in 7 Pounds, which I do think that movie is okay. Not one of his best dramatic roles, but still, he did not too bad in that. So I was looking forward to seeing what he can do for this one. And I went to see this on the 20th of November. I went to see this after I went to see the new Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife. And I actually went to see this for free on my job. So I just still have my ticket here. I got this after I did my fire training at work. And it was quite packed when I went to see this at my work, because there was quite a few other people who were also seeing the movie with me as well. It was really good to see that. And after seeing this movie, I gotta say, this is easily gotta be one of Will Smith's best roles, because this movie, I absolutely loved King Richard from beginning to end. It's easily one of the best films I've seen of 2021. Obviously, the biggest praise for this movie is, of course, Will Smith as Richard Williams. He is phenomenal in this movie, and I gotta say, this is easily his best dramatic work he's ever done since The Pursuit of Happiness. He's just extraordinary to watch on screen, and for him providing his dramatic side as well as a bit of a human side to his character, I thought Will Smith just kicked it out of the park, and I absolutely loved him in this movie. And it's mostly his dramatic side that just made me blown away for what he was doing on screen, and it's worthy of award seasons for Will Smith, because again, he's just extraordinary to watch on screen. And there are times in the movie for what he's going through in the film, I found it really intriguing, and it got me in, and it was really interesting of like what was going on, and it almost made me, and it almost had me, and it did have a bit of tears to my eyes while I was watching it. But I didn't cry or anything. I just had tears bit in my eyes, and I wasn't like upset or anything and just crying. I was just like blown away from all of that. And also for the actresses who play Venus and Serena Williams, I thought Both the actors were absolutely terrific together in this movie, and John Bernthal, I thought he was great in the film, and all the other actors for the most part in the film, they all did a really good job with their performances. But the best of them all is obviously with just Will Smith for the most part. And as for its story, I found the storytelling, the whole true storytelling in the film, I found it very intriguing, engaging, and kept me edging me see while I was watching it, because I was really investing of like the characters of Richard Williams, Venus and Serena Williams. I found their storylines in the film very intriguing, and I was really invested in what was going on, because there are some moments in the film outside of the whole true story of Richard Williams training his daughters. The first 30 minutes I found it pretty shocking and pretty almost, and it was really serious of what was going on. And for when I saw what happened, I thought it would have come back to it, but I just found that part of the storyline a bit I found that forgotten. But for the rest of the storyline in the film, I found it very intriguing and just very, very moving as well. Between the whole between the whole relationship of like father and daughter in the film, it's just so, it's such a big well done, and like how the filmmakers brought that out onto the big screen and all that. Mainly due to the excellent performances in the film from both Will Smith and the two actresses who played Venus and Serena Williams. And as for its direction, I thought the direction of this film was absolutely great, from capturing the whole location shooting, and as well as for directing the tennis matches, which the tennis matches are incredible to watch, because most of the tennis matches in this film mostly involve Venus Williams, and I found her match to be very engaging, and it had me as me see while I was watching it, on like what she's doing and all that. And there are some moments that tend to have some dramatic moments in the film during her matches, which I found them to be really moving as well. And I was surprised when I was watching this movie. And just overall, I've got nothing else to say that other than King Richard was just an amazing experience for me. It's one of the best sports biopics I've seen, and one of Will Smith's best roles in a long time. It's definitely my favorite Will Smith role for his dramatic works I've ever seen since The Pursuit of Happiness. And if you're a fan of Will Smith, I mean, there are so many ways to recommend this film, because I obviously 100% recommend this movie. Ways to recommend it is, if you're a fan of Will Smith, you will definitely love this one. If you're a fan of sports films, or if you're a fan of tennis, this will definitely be your cup of tea. And if you missed your chance to see this in cinemas, it'll be coming on physical media pretty soon. So I can't wait to pick my own copy of this film, because again, I absolutely love this movie, and it's easily one of my favorite movies of 2021 overall. I'm going to give King Richard a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, it's a great rating, despite I only had one small issue, but I had a lovely time watching the film, and it's one of the most engaging and intriguing films I've seen of all years, and it's definitely in my list of the best of the year list, and I will do that list soon, as long as I see more of the films that I missed my chance to see last year. So thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After a Store review on King Richard, and let me know what you think of King Richard. If you did see this already, did you absolutely love it, or was this not your kind of cup of tea overall? So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more reviews. And as always, this is Ben Foggins Media Corner signing off.